Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, November 9, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Northern Illinois vs Washington. This will be a new challenge for Berno as he officially was announced the head coach of the team, and this will be the first rodeo for the big man who has been associated with the team for a while now. He will be reserving his first statement for the team until the end of the opening game. Mike Hawkins, the Washington coach, who will have his job on the line, was heard quoting, "You learn more through the struggle for sure. You realize it's just basketball and you're trying to teach these kids how to be successful on and off the court. You have a standard and you got to hold that standard. It's the most important thing in that culture. I learned a lot." Our first betting advice is to pick Washington Huskies minus 17.5. The Huskies averaged only 67.7 points per game last season, which put them just 263rd in the nation in scoring offense. Washington grabbed 31.2 rebounds a night, while handing out an average of 10.8 assists a night. The defense was below average in coach Mike Hawkins' 4th season, as the Huskies were 315th in scoring defense, as they allowed 77.4 points a night. Jamal Bey is the team's leading returning scoring option, as he put up 10.3 points per contest. Nate Roberts, Riley Sorn and Cole Bajema all have to be better contributors if Washington is going to have success. Hawkins will look to a quartet of transfers to help bolster the rotation as Emmett Matthews Jr., West Virginia, Terrell Brown Jr., Arizona, Dejan Davis, Stanford, and Langston Wilson, Junior College, formerly signed by Alabama, are all in the mix this season. Also in the mix will be Jackson Grant, who was a McDonald's All-American from right down I-5 in Olympia. The Huskies shot only 42.4% from the floor as a team last season. Washington drained 7.6 three-pointers a game while shooting 33.2% from beyond the arc. The Huskies were middling at the free throw line as they shot 70.5% as a team on the year. Our second betting advice is to pick over 146. Eastern Washington vs Nevada. Rylan Bergerson has the most promise of the transfers. Bergerson came from Central Arkansas and averaged 16.9 points, 4.9 assists, 4.0 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. He was 3rd team All-Southland Conference in back-to-back seasons. They also have Angelo Allegri from UNC Greensboro. He averaged 7.9 points and 4.1 rebounds per game. They will need these transfers to come ready to play along with their returning players to have a chance in this game. Our first betting advice is to pick Nevada Wolfpack minus 19.5. Nevada has a strong group of upperclassmen, led by 6'2 junior Grant Sherfield, 18.6 ppg, 6.1 assists, 6'4 senior Desmond Cambridge, 16.3 ppg, 4.5 rebounds, and 7' junior Warren Washington, 10 ppg, 5.9 rebounds. A.J. Brama, a 6'7 senior transfer who averaged 21 points and 10.3 rebounds for Robert Morris last season, will make a huge impact as well. Our second betting advice is to pick over 154.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Northern Arizona vs Arizona. Isaiah Lewis returns and the top backcourt scorer, but only averaged 4.1 ppg last season. He and Jay Green, 3.2 ppg, have big shoes to fill with Shelton and Avdalovic, combining to average nearly 30 ppg last season. The Lumberjacks will need contributions from the young players right away, and Maines, Lewis, and Green have to lead the team and increase their scoring in a big way. Our first betting advice is to pick Arizona Wildcats minus 24.5. The Wildcats have plenty of size in the frontcourt, led by 7'1" junior Christian Coloco, 5.3 ppg and 4.8 rebounds, and 6'11" sophomore Azuolas Tubelis, 12.2 ppg and 7.1 rebounds. Benedict Mathurin, a 6'7" sophomore, averaged 10.8 ppg last season, and Justin Kier, a 6'4" senior transfer who averaged 9.5 ppg for Georgia last season, are all vital pieces to the team. Our second betting advice is to pick over 142.5. Cal State Bakersfield vs UCLA. The CSU Bakersfield Roadrunners have sophomore guard Sean Williams returning to the program this season, and he needs to improve from his freshman season. Last season, he played 20.4 minutes and finished averaging 9.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 0.8 steals in 20.4 minutes on the court. He also needs to shoot from the floor better, as he was 39.7% from the floor, 38.1% from three-point range, and 73% from the free throw line. If he can take smarter shots, it will do wonders for the Roadrunners. Our first betting advice is to pick UCLA Bruins minus 21. The Bruins will be returning nearly everyone from last year's March Madness run, including floor general Tyger Campbell and swingman Johnny Juzang, who returned to the Bruins after flirting with the NBA draft process. Jules Bernard and Jamie Jacques Jr. are also back to help solidify the small forward and power forward spots. Head coach Mick Cronin managed to bolster the team's depth by bringing in Rutgers graduate transfer Miles Johnson, who was a defensive anchor in the paint for the Scarlet Knights. Johnson is expected to slot in at center for the Bruins, who could use a physical presence in the paint. Cronin also brought in a pair of five-star recruits that are expected to make immediate impacts, including Peyton Watson, the number 10 ranked recruit by ESPN. Despite a few key losses, the Roadrunners should have plenty of firepower left over on this year's squad. Justin Edler-Davis and Justin McCall give Cal State some versatility on the offensive end. They will be joined up front by Ole Miss transfer Antavian Collum, a former four-star recruit that hasn't gotten a lot of playing time at the collegiate level. Our second betting advice is to pick under 135.5.